I'm really scared and I need some advice. My 26 female friend Kay, 26 female, has been dating Andrew, 25, male, for almost a year now. Honestly, until these last months, I really liked them together and he has assimilated into our friend group really well. He's been easy to talk to and is someone who I thought could be the perfect match to Kay. In the beginning, Andrew has always been known for being clumsy, occasionally spilling on himself, tripping, and sometimes just being an overall goof. We joked he was the poster child of a himbo. It started with a simple mistake, Andrew spilling wine on Kay's outfit. He seemed so apologetic and genuinely sorry. Then a couple days later at a potluck, Andrew bumps into Kay while she was bringing out a salad bowl, causing it to fall on her foot and giving her a pretty nasty bruise. Again, apologetic, but this time just rubbed me the wrong way. It seemed awkward the way he had bumped into her. Then there were just more of these accidents, like ripping a dress when he was falling trying to catch his balance, dropping a bowl of chocolate ice cream on her shoes, and spilling an ashtray that landed all over her hair. All of this is just giving me a weird feeling, like, why does it feel like his clumsiness is getting worse? Recently, we were having a movie night. Kay was sitting on the floor and I had gotten up from the couch to get some more popcorn when I saw Andrew walking over with hot tea. I'm thinking no way I'm going to have her piping hot tea spilled on her by accident. So I get up and say, "Oh, thanks for grabbing this. Do you mind grabbing me popcorn since you're closest?" He kind of gets a defensive tone with me saying, "Yeah, but let me give this to Kay first." I said, "No, it's not a problem, I'll give it to her." As sweet as possible, and took the mug out of his hands and gave it to Kay. He seemed kind of distant the whole rest of the evening. I talked with one of my friends in our group just about the tea drama, and she said that Andrew might have been pissed off feeling like I was babying him. I think that if he's been prone to hurting his girlfriend, wouldn't he want to avoid situations that could get her seriously hurt? Wouldn't you want a friend to help you? Am I just overthinking this? I want to talk to Kay about my concerns soon because I'm really scared for her. I just want to be wise in how I speak to her because I don't want her to take anything I say the wrong way. Any advice would be so helpful. Edit. Okay. After a lot of comments, I reached out to Kay. We're meeting up one-on-one and I'll talk with her then. I'm still figuring out exactly what I want to say, but you have all been so helpful, and I will keep you posted on how everything goes. Update. Hi all. This evening I got a text from Andrew. It seems my friend, who I'll be referring to as Sarah, had told him about the tea situation. He texted, "Hey, just wanted to reach out and let you know that I wasn't pissed with you." I played it cool and just replied, "Hey, no problem, man, just wanted to make sure all was good with you." He messaged me back that, "LOL, yeah, why wouldn't I be?" I left it alone after that. I reached out to Sarah and asked how the story was relayed to him, and she explained that it sort of came up in conversation. She had told him that I hadn't meant to baby him and hoped I didn't make him pissed by taking away the teacup. Sarah is a fixer, and I think she just wanted any conflict between us to be resolved. While I know she was coming from a good place, I'm a bit frustrated to have my words twisted into what she believes happened. I messaged Kay and we are still hanging out either early Monday or Tuesday. She seems to be fine with me. We had a quick call, but she seemed less talkative, which made me nervous. I really hope I didn't screw everything up. After a lot of comments, I've decided I'm going to be careful with my wording. A lot of you have pointed out Andrew could have a medical condition. While I'm a bit skeptical, I will keep this in mind. Hopefully my concerns can be addressed in a way that flows with our conversation. Thank you all for your feedback, even if some was harsh, and to all who have shared DV stories, I'm so sorry you had ever received any mistreatment. You deserve happiness and safety. I'll be posting an update as soon as we have our talk or anything changes. Now, for a few comments before the update. Is this only happening to her? Or is he showing the same clumsiness all the time? There are medical reasons for clumsiness to start. If she is the one spending the most time with him, she would likely be impacted the most. But if he never drops anything in the kitchen or stumbles on the way to the bathroom, it's suspicious. Then the original poster responded with, "He's only being clumsy with her. In fact, I'd say it's become more focused on her." Then another commenter responded with, "This is exactly the evidence you need. And to me it says his clumsiness is purposeful and directed. If these spills and accidents happened all over with all manner of things and peoples, then yeah, he's just a clumsy fool. But if it only ever happens to her, 100% doing it on purpose. If she refuses to believe you, just tell her to really ask herself if she's ever seen him be clumsy around anyone else but her. Tell her to start paying attention. If she does, then she'll see it for herself. Comment 2. This is really creepy to me because it seems even more sinister than normal abuse. An abuser losing his/her temper and hurting someone in anger is horrible enough, but this seems to be some sort of game, hurting her for pleasure and seeing what he can get away with. Then the original poster responded with, "That's what has been hard. I felt like I've been the only friend to notice. Like no one else seems to want to believe that Andrew's doing this on purpose because we've known him to be this clumsy guy. I mean, who wants to believe someone's doing this on purpose?" Comment 3. I had a friend who was dating a self-proclaimed himbo who did almost copy and paste what Andrew had been doing. We started to notice he never hurt himself, never hurt others, and only did things to physically harm our friend. After weeks of talking and prodding her to look at the situation objectively, it finally took him crushing her fingers in a door for it to click in her head. The only way it clicked was that he forgot to apologize that time and he kept refusing to take her to the hospital. When abused, no one wants to believe the person they chose is an awful person. No one wants the weight that they're quote-unquote hurting themselves despite the onus being on the abuser. Your friend is being abused, and honestly, if it were a neurological issue, other people would have been hurt instead of just your friend. Your gut feeling is correct, and his behavior is only going to escalate. You can't force her to leave, but all of you can force him to feel uncomfortable and refuse to isolate her. Now, for the update. And if you're enjoying the video, hit that like button. Hi all, sorry for the delay, a lot has gone on, so I talked to Kay this morning. I started off the conversation normally when Kay said, "Hey, why were you concerned about Andrew bringing me tea?" I just say, I had noticed he'd been more clumsy lately and I wanted to avoid either of you getting hurt. She was quiet for a bit, then asked me, "Do you think it's odd how he's been acting?" Considering all your advice, I respond with, "I care about you and want you to be safe. I don't want to hurt you or Andrew, but I feel like most of the accidents have come at your expense. I don't want it to get to a point where you have a worse injury." This is when Kay burst out crying like I have never seen. After composing herself enough to talk, she says she's been so suspicious of how these accidents have been centered around her and how validating it was to have someone feel the same way. It's been causing her a lot of anxiety, and she felt so relieved when I took the teacup away from him. She has tried to suggest to Andrew that he should go to a doctor, but he just says he's perfectly fine. Kay is not confrontational, so she just drops it. She said how recently Sarah, Andrew, and her were all hanging out together. Sarah told Andrew I was so upset about how he was hesitant to hand me the teacup. A completely different story from what Sarah told me. I have been more open with my emotions in my post due to my anonymity, but in person I was very casual about the situation. I said something along the lines of, "Hey, did you think I upset Andrew by taking the tea when I asked him to get me popcorn? I hope I didn't come off rude." Then Kay told me something really disturbing, how during this conversation Andrew and Sarah started joking about Kay being a battered wife. How ridiculous the idea would be if Andrew was really abusing her in some really dark jokes. This had Kay feeling like she was crazy to think that these accidents might be on purpose. Also, they had said some things about me that made her so upset she couldn't even tell me. Kay said she's felt trapped, living with him, and how he's intertwined in our group. She felt like she needed to wait to have proof he was faking it to make it worth a bunch of drama. I feel horrible that she's felt so alone in this. I was pretty blunt and just asked, "Do you still love him?" She responded, I think I don't even like him anymore." So we talked about the best way for Kay to leave Andrew being as safe as possible. Kay called in sick to work and we went over to her house and talked with our friend Leah, her roommate. Andrew was out at work, so we quickly moved all their things into Leah's room. She has a key to her door. Anything that was super sentimental to either of them we packed in my car. Kay is going to stay at my house and Leah wants to stay with a family member who lives not too far away. Kay has written a letter to Andrew ending things. She is going full no contact. She set a date that she expects him to leave. He moved in with them, so he doesn't have his name on the lease. Our friends Mike and Corey will be staying at the house. This is to ensure nothing will be damaged due to an accident, also to let Kay and Leah know when it's safe to come back. Thank you all so much for your advice. Tomorrow I plan to go on a little shopping spree with Kay, doing everything I can to alleviate her anxiety. So far we know Andrew has seen the note and is packing to leave. Comment 1. Sarah sounds like a snake. I wouldn't be letting her know any info she could take back to Andrew. Comment 2. This is absolutely a thing. I met a battered wife whose husband was continually injuring her by hugging her wrong, wrenching her back over and over. He blamed it on her being too delicate, but once she got away from him, she healed just fine. He liked having her helpless and dependent. It was really, really sad. I'm glad Kay got out. Comment 3. So happy you were able to connect with Kay and provide the support she needs and deserves. Wishing you guys the best of luck. Please be careful and stay safe. Definitely put up cameras around Kay's place, even after moving in, just in case Andrew tries to retaliate. Now, for the next story. This one takes a crazy turn, so stick around. I'm using a different account because I have been having suspicions about my boyfriend. I, female 24, am doing my master's in data science, and it is a really hard subject for me. I will say I am very studious and always strive to get good grades. If I do well in master's, I will get a scholarship on my PhD. But lately something has been happening that has made me suspicious of my boyfriend Liam, male 26. We have been dating for 5 years now. We met in college. Liam has no interest in higher studies and wants to do business, but he knows how important my studies are for me. So it started happening almost a few months ago. It was my midterms and I am always on time. But that day, I woke up 15 minutes late. I swear I did put the alarm right. I never miss it. But on that day, I missed it. Luckily, there was no harm done. But then again, I lost the report I was doing. I got a lot of poop because of that from my supervisor. I thought maybe I misplaced it. I found it inside the nightstand on Liam's side. When I asked about it, he made an excuse that I must have kept it. The thing is, I never touch his side of the nightstand unless I am cleaning. Then one time, Liam arranged a family dinner right before an important presentation of mine. He knew not to disturb me during any of those exams and crucial times. I was angry with him. He told me I am being selfish by only thinking about my grades and school and never focus on him. This is almost like a pattern. He would always have some big things planned before my quizzes and exams or project presentations. I remember in one instance where I wrote a code in my computer and saved it, only for it to have bugs, and as I was fixing it, I can tell someone deliberately tampered with my code. I know Liam sometimes borrows my computer because his one is old and mine has better performance. What happened last night confirmed my suspicion. There was a report I have been working on for 6 months. This is basically a journal I have been working on. Today, I had to show the first draft of it to my supervisor. I usually keep my computer open before I go to sleep. It locks automatically. Late at night, when I woke up, I saw Liam was doing something on my computer. I asked him what he was doing on my computer. His response was, "I was looking at porn." That was stupid and lame. And guess what? My entire report was deleted, and even the backup ones I had on my Google Drive was deleted. Luckily, I saved it on cloud and pen drive too, but I'm still feeling like he did it intentionally. I don't understand why he would do that. I did confront him, but it only made him angry, saying I am accusing him without any proof, and that since I live under his roof, he should be allowed to use my stuff too. I am concerned whether I am being paranoid and sabotaging my relationship, or is he trying to sabotage my grades? Now, for a few comments before the update. Friend, there are no red flags big enough to wave at you. Flee. Take your stuff and leave. Don't give warning. Just coordinate friends to help you and go. He will eventually do something to ruin your chances of graduating. Then he will sabotage your job. He's jealous, and he'll keep lying. You know what you saw. Don't let him gaslight you any further. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Is this the future you want? Comment 2. Okay. He's extremely jealous that he isn't your only focus. It's a narcissist trait. Run, run, run. Don't make a decades-long mistake like I did. He'll deliberately ruin everything for you. Comment 3. He is asserting control. He is threatened by your success and wants to ease his insecurities by making you fail. Trust your gut and leave fast. Don't look back. Block his ass and don't even try to explain. He will gaslight you hard. Now, for the update. Whoa, I didn't realize I would get this many responses. I didn't get the time to read everyone's comments. But I took one suggestion someone gave me. I don't remember who, but it was also my friend's suggestion. She asked me to install a hidden nanny cam on my workstation and a keylogger. My friend, Lisa, told me to not rush into things, just have proof of it in case he blames me and says I am lying. So that day when I posted this, I acted like I have a huge assignment due next week and I need to focus on my work. I lied to him just to test if he does the same thing or not. I opened an old assignment of mine and pretended to work on it. After that, I went to bed. I knew I could just catch him in the middle of the act, but I knew he would be lying. And yes, as you guessed it, he deleted the assignment from everywhere. I have proof that he did it. The next morning, I said nothing. I told him I am sick, so I am skipping school. But really, I was planning to get the hell out of his house. Lisa came along with my other friends and helped me. It was quick because there were 5 people. After I was settled in Lisa's house, I messaged him and said, "I know what you did. I am breaking up with you and moving out. Don't try to contact me or try to reach out. We are done." I blocked his number. I don't know where he is or what he is doing right now, but I heard from one of my distant friends that he has been asking for me. I don't know what to do next. I am literally scared to even go out. I am trying to see if I can attend my classes online instead of going to campus. Comment 1. A selfish part of me wishes we could have known his reaction to being exposed, but you definitely made the right moves. Very well handled. Your friends rock, and I hope everything goes as smoothly as it can moving forward. Sorry you got stuck with such a manipulative boyfriend for that time. Then the original poster responded with, "Ex-boyfriend. I have told people not to contact me about him. My friends have volunteered to lie to him, but I am sure he will show up at my campus." Comment 2. Don't let him scare you into staying home. Try to stay around friends and in public if it helps, but don't let this filthy scum affect your life or happiness any further. If he bothers you, tell him to frick off and call the police. Comment 3. His deleting of your data is potentially a prosecutable crime. Unauthorized access to your computer and data to destroy or damage your property. Save all of your evidence. May be worthwhile to speak with a lawyer. Your school may have free resources for this, to review the facts and get advice. Creating a sworn affidavit about this for future use may be helpful if this abusive vampire tries to further mess with you. If you like this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.